sacrifices and feasts of the law, a picture of Israel's redemption. Because all men are sinful, no one, not even God's people, could keep the law perfectly. So, God gave them a means whereby they could maintain their relationship with Him. He instructed them to offer animal sacrifices as an atonement for their sins. When they believed God and offered a sacrifice by faith, the blood of the animals covered their sins. Leviticus 1 verses 1-4. And the Lord called unto Moses, and spake unto him out of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, If any man of you bring an offering unto the Lord, ye shall bring your offering of the cattle, even of the herd, and of the flock. If his offering be a burnt sacrifice of the herd, let him offer a male without blemish. He shall offer it of his own voluntary will at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord. And he shall put his hand upon the head of the burnt offering, and it shall be accepted for him to make atonement for him. Though they did not know it, these sacrifices were a picture of the coming sacrifice of Christ that God looked forward to, the sacrifice that would completely take away their sins forever. Exodus 23 verses 14-17. 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread, thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee, in the time appointed of the month Abib, for in it thou camest out from Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty. And the feast of harvest, the firstfruits of thy labors, which thou hast sown in the field, and the feast of ingathering, which is in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field. 3 times in the year all thy males shall appear before the Lord God. Under the law, God also gave Israel feast days to observe. 3 times a year all Israelite men were to go before the Lord to keep these feasts. First, the unleavened bread, with Passover and first fruits. Second, the Feast of Harvest, also called Pentecost. It was 50 days later. And third, Feast of Ingathering, Trumpets, Day of Atonement, Tabernacles. These feasts picture how God will eventually redeem His people and bring them into their promised land eternally. They picture real events that we will read about later, the crucifixion and resurrection of Christ, Pentecost, the gathering of the faithful of Israel, the second coming of Christ, and the establishment of the kingdom on earth. Colossians 2 verses 16-17. Let no man therefore judge you in meat, or in drink, or in respect of an holy day, or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath days, which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Christ. Coming up next, the Davidic covenant. A throne and kingdom on earth forever.